run my own consultancy, and I've been involved with in the UK the last few years, and I'll run through a couple in a moment, around developing programs, as I say here, around digitalization strategies and designing those, and then setting out a program of activity, exactly what we're trying to engage with here in this challenge. And I've been focused around cities, technology strategies, and how do we promote a level of sort of open entrepreneurship, bringing in new thinking ideas, and this terminology that's radical interconnectedness coming out of the open source and open data communities that I've been part of over this last, heavens, 15 years or more. The next slide, please. So actually, I want to go where Richard didn't go. I started with, there's a program that I shaped back in 2006 here, a program called Connected Urban Development, that I worked with Cisco on, that really was a forebearer of lots of our smart city stuff. We never called it as such. And it came out of a group that were evangelists for symmetrical two-way broadband, right? And I think that is still as valid today in enabling a true 5G system that is heterogeneous, that has multiple access points, whole different network architectures. And we decided, what if you did do, if you had that, what could you do with it? And we then worked with places such as in the Nordics, in the Netherlands, in South Korea, that did have that. And we developed programs such as around the future of work, very resonant to now, looked at if work evolves to become location and time independent, and what are the network technologies and approaches and communities and ecosystems that need to happen to make that form. Looking at public transit, geospatial applications, and engaging lots of thinkers and doers around the world, at bottom-up project level, and influencers such as the World Bank and think tanks, social innovators such as the Young Foundation. Next slide, please. And then I've been working across the UK, and one of the big things I've done is set up at IoT UK and designing that, making the case for the funding, and then executing on that with the Digital Catapult. Worked with the GSMA also in shaping some of their thinking around the mobile operators and their role in cities. And a point that's come across today, I just want to, there's this narrative way back then that was about, there was a battle between net heads and bell heads. And I think we're in the second phase of that. I read an article last week that said that. And it is those that are trying to maintain an evolution of the status quo and those that are trying to really rethink. And I think that's where, and lots of what I've just heard here, everybody seems to be on the nethead side, which is great news. I've worked with a load of UK institutions, from government to social innovators. Tech Resort, I set up myself down here on the South Coast, trying to create a digital cluster. Worked with a lot of sort of regional expertise and groupings, and part of the UK 5G Connected Places Working Group. Also part of King's College at this point, and done stuff with the urban test bed that is operational. I guess I would just want to highlight that those that are trying to design programs and form consortiums and develop a program of activity, and how you can go and respond to tender and deliver that, you know, that there's some, you know, I've been around here, and from taking from the global experiences into the UK, and really, I think we've made great progress in this country, but there's a battle right going on. What's happening in Japan with Open RAN and executing on that, the UK's got to respond to, and I think this type of competition is trying to get us to that, and that's the exciting thing. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.